數想邊咚咚腳步向，行過呢條床就到下一場。沙塵燃味垃圾風起揚，避開地面世界係我嘅信仰。天橋行過商場多到亂數，永遠唔使落街行馬路，一橋接一橋，點解咁好？勒力聲過賣仲可以買多啲補品寶。一個商場直達第二個，冇需落地唔驚踩到屎。
Hello, I'm Mike and welcome to my video about Tsuen Wan. And in case you didn't know, because you probably don't, Tsuen Wan is a city in Hong Kong. Now, what's special about Tsuen Wan? Well, it has bridges all across the city that connect all the expensive malls and some of the cheaper malls too. So, you likely will start at one of the MTR stations. And the fanciest MTR station is the Tsuen Wan West MTR station. And if you don't know, the MTR station is a train station. It's the subway, or the underground, or the metro, whatever you call it. Now you're probably looking at this and saying, that's a construction site. It is a construction site. For some reason, Google haven't moved their very expensive satellite and rescanned this area so I can have a nice 3D picture of the current shopping center. Instead, it's just the construction site it was probably about 10 years ago. Or actually 5 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Probably just before COVID, and all the virus. Anyway, well, now it's finished. And here is the Op Mall, which for some reason has a logo next to it that looks like a P. So it looks like the Pop Mall. Why they didn't call it the Pop Mall, I don't know. It's a better name, but they didn't bother. Never mind. And then you can walk across a bridge. There's the bridge there. Over to Nina 2 Mall. You're probably thinking, what are all these huge buildings sticking out? Yeah, so if you don't live in a city, you have no idea. Well, that's where people live. People live in these things. Crazy, right? Oh, anyway, let's go over to Nina 1. So from Nina 2, you can go over to Nina 1. Here is a big business tower. And then this is a hotel next to it, which looks over the water. Yeah, here it is. It's actually a nice view. You might stay at the hotel. It's a good hotel to stay at. And then you can cross from Nina Mall 1 over to City Walk Mall. There's another mall here. And you can also go over to City Walk 1. Yeah, this is City Walk 2. And then you can also go to City Walk 1 from Nina Mall 1. It's confusing. For some reason, there is a giant hole in the center. It's meant to be a nice area for you to hang out in. Of course, Hong Kong is scorchingly hot, so it's just a big area of concrete and nothing. A couple of people sit out there. Very unlikely anyone really stays out there for long because it's so hot. So it's a big giant empty space of nothing. They just wasted a huge hole. Not even grass. It's just brick. Concrete brick and a few trees. Yeah, it's pointless. I don't know. They love wasting space in Hong Kong. I think they thought it would look nice, but it's just a complete waste of space. And over here we have a government shopping mall. This one is a market, really. It's a market where they'll cut up meat. It will smell. There'll be lots of old people standing in your way. But if you want fresh, very fresh food, and also want to smell like dead animal, that's where you can go. You can go to here. Alright, so let me just zoom out though, because we want to go the other way. Oh wait, I nearly forgot some malls down this way. The reason being because in Google, it's still a giant hole. There's nothing here. For some reason, it's a massive hole. They still have not positioned their expensive satellites to re-scan this area. Very rude of them. Well, over here it says Plaza 88, which should be called Plaza Empty, because there's not really anything in there. There are more real estate agents in here than there are any other shop. And there is also another one right next to it. So next to it is called Aurora. For some reason the name doesn't show up. But this would be Aurora, not a giant hole. It is an actual shopping mall. Not much in there either. They seem to have struggled to fill it. I think it's too expensive. But I guess some people do live above that mall. Let's go back to Nina 1. Here it is, Nina 1 with the big skyscraper. You can go through again to Nina 2, and then from there you go to Skyline. This one looks a little bit American, I think. Something to do with the windows. Anyway, so we go through the American one, which actually has a supermarket, which is rare in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, normally they only have corner shops. They actually have what you could call a supermarket in Skyline. Then you can go off to Tsuen Wan Plaza. This one has pretty good restaurants. This is your restaurant one. And also lots of sports shoes. There just seems to be sports shoes in that one. Alright, and then we can rotate it around. As you can see, there is a bridge here and a park. Again, the park has no grass. Whoa. No grass. You don't need grass in Hong Kong. Just concrete. No one sits there really because, again, it's extremely hot and no one wants to stand on a bunch of concrete with very little shade. Although, admittedly, this time they actually built half a circle of shade. And they do have some trees, but it's mostly open to the scorching sun. Anyway, you can walk through from Tsuen Wan Plaza all the way across over to City Walk 2, and then you can go on this big bridge here. So if I zoom out, there's a bridge here. There's also a bridge that goes down this way, and it follows the road. Let me rotate it around. So I have to do it like this. Oh no, I'm on top of a building. What happened? Go down. There we go. So here's the bridge. I will go down it, down. It follows the road all the way down. Must have cost them billions to build this, to be honest. All right, let's go over, and you arrive at the other MTR. This is the original MTR, the Tsuen Wan MTR, the train. And over here we have New Town Mall. This is a cheap shopping mall. You know, it's got more cheaper shops. Up in the building are more businesses. I won't go up there though, but you can feel free to venture up if you feel like it. But most people just walk through where there's food, cheap clothes, and very smelly Chinese dried fish soup things that I don't want. But maybe you want it. I don't. Anyway, let's carry on. The bridge. There's another bridge here. And this one is nice. It's air conditioned all the way. You get air conditioning bridge all the way up here. And it goes to D Park. D Park is a very large mall, very spacious. I quite like this one. Although, just like the City Walk 2, where they waste a big giant hole of space, they're wasting space here. This is actually a huge area. A huge area of just bricks. Nothing else. Just there's nothing there. They never put anything there. It's always empty. Maybe sometimes there's something there, but I've never seen anything there. I don't know why they bothered. Just an area of nothing. Maybe it's a government thing. Maybe you have to have areas of nothing. Anyway, well, sadly, you do have to backtrack. So from Tsuen Wan, D Park, you have to go back down the air-conditioned bridge all the way. Let me put it over here. And then from the Tsuen Wan, you can carry on down. And you can go to, there's a little mall here with some cheap restaurants. You can go over here where they have an MTR Galleria of shops. This one's not too bad. And then you can cross this bridge here to more shops, or you can carry on. You can actually carry on through this one. It's a little bit confusing because it doesn't seem to show the bridge. It actually carries on all the way down. Now, if I zoom out, because it gets a little bit confusing. Whoa, look at this big huge city. It carries all the way down, but I need to find Panda Hotel. There it is. There it is. Let me just move it here. Here it is. Panda Hotel. There is that spiral bridge you see. Let me zoom in. You see this bridge? It is connected all the way down through these very suspicious malls. I will call them suspicious. You can go all the way through them. They are interesting. You probably won't want to shop there. You know, if you're feeling adventurous or you really don't have much money, you can find some really cheap restaurants here. So you can go to these ones. Sadly, in my trip around Tsuen Wan, I tried to go through Panda Mall, hoping I could go all the way down and I could go across this bridge here. I saw it. But there was no way through Panda Mall to here. So I have no idea. I had to go all the way back. And instead, I went down this bridge here. There we go. Alright, so you can go from the station. Here's the station here. And go up the bridge. I went past this one. And go to the next bridge, which again carries on. See, look, there's just bridges everywhere. They don't want to walk amongst the surface people in Tsuen Wan. They want to stay on a bridge, and you can carry on walking through a very nice mall. These are nice malls, actually. But sadly, this is where my adventure with the people of the bridge ended. I eventually got to a point where I could not find a way to Plaza 88 or Aurora, the other side. I had to go down to the surface people. and just quickly run over to a bridge, which is somewhere over here. I have to zoom out because it's very confusing. So sadly, you do have to go down at one point. So it's here, this bit here. You have to jump down and run down the road as fast as you can until you get, I think it's about here. Where is it? Somewhere there's a bridge. I think I've gone too far. Ah, here it is. You have to run all the way down to this big main road. That's a long way and a long time amongst the smelly surface people. Well, luckily you can go around here, go down, and there is a bridge again. You can go back up to the bridge people and walk across. Okay, and well, if in your adventure you find a way to somehow go in a big circle around Tsuen Wan, because there is a bridge here. I don't know where it goes though. It just seems to go into this residential building. But it doesn't seem to be connected to Panda Hotel, Panda Place, which is the name of the shopping mall. Well, anyway, I rotate around, go down, go back through, and we end up back. This is City Walk 2. We end up back at Nina, in someone's window, at Nina Mall 1, where I finish my journey, and I check out the fun Wood Fossil Museum. That was riveting, the Wood Fossil Museum. Alright, well, you'll see me there, over here, no, not in the park, over here in the MTR station. Alright, so see you there. Hello, it's me, Mike, and we're at the Tsuen Wan West Station. This is the newer station. I feel like as I'm here, I'll remind people how to add value to their octopus card. Where is mine? Here it is. I got a tourist one very long time ago, before I realized you can get it from the MTR station, and then you can actually give it back and get the money. Don't buy it in 7-Eleven. So first you just put it in the little slot. 50, yeah, it has to be 50 or 100. Oh wait, I have to press yes. Oh, they gave me a receipt, but it flew away. Oh, there it is. I get a receipt. So you want to exit in the middle of the Tsuen Wan station. So you can see I'm in the middle because that's where they have these escalators that go all the way up to the shops. So this is going to be a indoor hike because Tsuen Wan West is all connected by bridges. All right, here we are. We got more shops. This is still part of the station. Well, it's mostly food. Another estate agent. There's always several estate agents. Bakery, cakes. Not really my thing. It's okay. The Pop Mall, as it says on the floor. We got Beans Bakery. There's a Beans restaurant. I don't think they're connected. But this actually looks like a good bakery. Oh, there's a lot of butter in there. Hot pot. Got some meat. And you dip it in the pot. Loads of those restaurants everywhere. And over here we've got some noodles. Yep, noodles are everywhere too. If you don't like noodles, Hong Kong may be difficult to find a nice restaurant. What's going on over here? Some kind of story time. There's always some kind of event, normally. This one doesn't look so amazing. Let's see if I find a better one. Where they have something. Oh, these claw machines are everywhere if you love claw machines. Or some form of machine. I don't know what this one is. But all the way around Hong Kong, they just love these claw machines. Every mall will have a shop. Sometimes it will be a whole floor, which I will show you later. A whole floor of claw machines. As you can see, it's not very busy right now. But it gets very busy. Oh, this shop, green price, is actually like food that is about to expire. But it's cheaper. Well, significantly cheaper. So if you want to save money, you can come here. It might just taste a bit old, that's all. It's hot pot again, yeah, see? A lot of hot pot. It is nice. Now, most of them are closed. In Hong Kong, they actually don't really open that early. I find that they like to stay open around 11 to 10 o'clock, yeah. Sorry, I came over here because I was like, this looks familiar. And it's because it was familiar. It's now not very good. Whoever owns this restaurant, it used to be nice. But sadly now, the food is too cheap. Now I don't want to go up that way, so I'm going to go all the way back. Let's backtrack. Coffee not open in the morning. Not the best marketing choice. Haagen-Dazs, a whole restaurant devoted to eating ice cream. I'm not sure if this is just the wait area. I think it is. Just wait here to go into the restaurant. Some places do that. They have like a waiting area because it is so busy that you can't just go into the restaurant. You have to get a ticket, sit down and wait to go in. Luckily, when the internet came in, they could start using apps. And now people go onto an app and they take a ticket. And you don't have to sit there and queue. But supposedly, if you have a whole family here, you send grandma down. And then grandma goes and gets the ticket. Alright, this is the uninteresting bit. We want to go up the next wave of escalators over there. Let's go. That mall is just for your everyday eats. Now there are 2 ways to go. The waterfront walkway and it was the Op Mall? I swear it was the Pop Mall. Let me just go back. I thought that was a big P. It's the Op Mall. Why would they not call it the Pop Mall? That's a much better name. Op Mall. But no, they made this sign up here, so it's officially the Op Mall. Well, whoever owns that mall, you should change it to the Pop Mall. That would sound much better in English. Well, I want to go the other way because we want to go to the Nina Mall, which can get us to other malls. All right, let's go. So it gets more fancy as we walk this way. You might think, what is Don Don Donkey? Well, when I get past this noisy bus terminal exit, if you take the bus, you'll come out here. And I'll go over to the sign here. Here it is. Don Don Donkey. This is a famous Japanese supermarket. And the thing is basically a supermarket. You can hang with when you come. And the entrance is behind me. It's now starting to get very busy. So I have to try and not crash into people. Alright, let's go up and have a look at Donkey. It is extremely noisy, and Donkey has no relation to the animal. This song never stops. Oh, it's like a bombardment to the senses. Every color hits in your face. Look at that confectionery. You know, first get fat as you get in. Most of them are Japanese, but you get some Western snacks. I don't even know what half of them are. What is this? Some kind of cracker? It looks like a sheet of money. And it's a good place for people who need constant noise. It's very easy to get lost in Donkey, so I don't want to walk around too much. Here we go, all the makeup. So the ladies would love this place. They have everything you could possibly think of. And you know what? You can even get new eyeballs if you need new eyeballs. I think it's just the front bit. If you're really lazy, oh my God, they've got a electronic eyelash curler. Is that necessary? I don't know. Are your fingers so weak? Oh, tiny bits of crab. I bet that tastes nice. Good for the gums. So I should look at the toys. They have lots of the crazy Japanese toys. They are expensive. Some of these are collector's things. Like these. They get expensive because they're collector's things. They're not for children. They're for man babies or whatever the celebrities would call them on Twitter or whatever. just people enthusiastic about cartoons. Everyone needs a hobby. I'm not going to judge. The trolleys are very small here. Have a look at the trolleys. Whoa, sorry, I won't stay still. There we go. So it's like a trolley that has no way to put anything in, but you grab a basket. Unfortunately, the basket really is over there. Can I reach it? I'll try. I got it. All right. And then you put it in. You put one at the top, you put one down at the bottom. I think that's quite a good idea. You can, wheel around your baskets instead of carrying them. I wish they would do that in the UK. Sometimes you end up getting a lot more things than you anticipated. The Pop Mall or the Op Mall, I'm not sure which it is now. We want to go to Nina Mall, which is across this bridge. As I said, everything Tsuen Wan can be accessible via a bridge. Wow. It looks extremely hot outside. All those big buildings. There it is, Nina Mall. Nina Mall 2. We start at number 2. You would have thought they'd design it to start from number 1, from the station. However, Nina Mall is connected to a very fancy hotel and business building. So the idea is that all the rich people would arrive in their cars and taxis, and Nina Mall 1 will be at the building where they go to. And all the other plebs, as we say in England, we all have to get the train. So we arrive at Nina Mall 2, which is slightly cheaper. What is that? Some kind of milk drink? Milk tea cheese. I feel like this would give me diarrhea just looking at it, so maybe I shouldn't. Cha Ji, this is one very good Chinese tea restaurant. And I mean Chinese as in mainland China. This comes from mainland China. Let me have a look at the sign, of course. Well, the station is that way. What does the other sign say? Nina Tower Office, Nina Mall 1. I guess I'll go look at Nina Mall 1 first. Japanese Living Style, that's the name. You know what, I thought I'd point out these lines. Many people probably have no idea. Why are they everywhere? Dots? It seems like a nuisance. But it's actually for the blind people. And so they have their stick, and they move along, and they can find their way around the entire shopping mall. It is everywhere in Hong Kong. They are really devoted. I've never seen a country more devoted to helping the blind. So if you are, have poor sight and cannot see where you're going, this is the country for you. Maybe. But maybe not, because there's so many people, someone would probably bump into you eventually. The trusty Konji King, but it only has its name in Chinese. They don't market themselves towards the Western market. And there is a reason. Because it's very Chinese food, but it's actually nice. This noodle and wonton thing here, which is just basically prawns in some rice jacket, tastes really nice. The tea that they are putting in there is a soup, and the soup is very nice. They have a beef brisket one too. I like the beef brisket. It's actually quite a nice restaurant. Across another bridge. I'll point out the bridges every time we go. Oh, this looks nice. Got all the trees, big buses, huge buildings, a little bit of grass. Grass is precious in Hong Kong. You will not find many places to spread out your bare feet on the grass. Sadly, you can't do it here. I thought it was grass, actually. I'll zoom in. Nope, it is just weeds. Never mind. Some kind of grassy plant, but not a grass that we would have in the UK. There is one place in Hong Kong where you can take off your shoes and enjoy the grass. It is not here, sadly. No grass. All concrete parks. But still, they're okay. I think it reduces maintenance. Why else? Or maybe it makes you conform more. I think they like that, making people conform. This is a business area. Don't run on the grass. Down these escalators, because these escalators go towards a very fancy building and hotel. But now I have to wait. All right, this is the fancy hotel. It's all right upstairs. They have really nice views. It's always the funny ones that want to ask you, "Are you a YouTuber?" Maybe I will be. I don't know. I'm just doing this for my own sake, really. I just enjoy exploring Hong Kong. It's dim sum bar. It's dim sum. Oh my god, I like that panda. Isn't he grotesque? Those eyes are bulging. My god. Espresso alchemy. It looks very modern. Sadly, a good cup of tea, black milk tea, is not really possible in Hong Kong. Now, obviously, some people say the British milk black tea, they go, "This is bad tea." But really, I feel like it just has a very homely flavor. And I do miss it. For some reason, coffee can be emulated everywhere around the world, but for some reason, an English breakfast black tea, nope. Only England, and I will say Australia, you give it a good try. I can accept it in Australia. That is the best country outside of England for a full English breakfast tea. Full English breakfast tea. Just a breakfast tea. They can put a sausage in there if they like, but it's a bit weird. What am I talking about? This is Nina Mall 1. Here we are. I don't think this is always IKEA. They just put different things here in the middle. It's very common. There's not much space for it, but they always manage to squeeze things in. Up there is Muji. What is Muji comparable to? Maybe like a Marks and Spencer's, but less old. Less for old people. Sorry, Marks and Spencer's, but it is true. Your fashion is a bit, past the youth. Thai food is some of my favorite. If you don't like Thai food, I don't know what's wrong with you. This is some of the best food. But is this restaurant good? I tell you what, it doesn't look too bad. Now, the thing you always have to try is the pad thai, which is this one in the middle. I don't really feel like we need to look at every shop, but there is one very important one that we have to look at. This is one that you can try and avoid if you have children, because they may never want to leave, and you may want to slap them. No, don't do that. You should be good to your kids. A claw machine arcade. I went to one. I didn't go there. I just walked past there and saw it. And it was endless snacks. They just filled it with snacks. Like, why would you want to do a claw machine? Get snacks. Banana! My God. Kind of like it. What? How do I get this? What is it? I don't know. They're always open. You can always get something. See, these are for the man babies, as I say. People who need a sexy girl toy or a robot boy man. A cat shark. This cat is apparently famous in Japan. My God, it's so noisy. Is it music? I don't know. But it's just noise. Anyway, that's just one section. It keeps going. Half this floor is just these claw machines. And this company is propping up everywhere. I do wonder if it's some kind of tax avoidance scheme. Or money laundering rather. I don't know. some actual arcade games. Got air hockey, basketball. So if you've got kids, you can come here. They can run around and scream, but they'll probably keep wanting you to help them get a toy from the claw machine. Here are the toilets. Of course, I like the toilets in Hong Kong. They're often quite clean and modern, but some of them do look absolutely horrible. If you see this sign, welcome, it means you are walking towards a supermarket. And by supermarket, they mean a fairly large corner shop, because there is no such thing as a supermarket in Hong Kong. There are just thousands of large corner shops. It is extremely narrow. I will probably get stuck many times. Oh, it's very quiet in here at least. But I get some jazzy music. But they love doing this. They just put boxes. You might think, oh, well, they're stocking right now. No. This is a permanent fixture. They put the boxes in. So you're like, oh, good. I can just take it straight from the box. Like, well, there is also a shelf. How about put it on the shelf? McVitie's are naughty. Be careful. They are sometimes made not in England or somewhere in the UK at least. They're sometimes made in China. Does it say here? Oh, these ones are made in England. But I think sometimes they're made in China. If that's not true, sorry, McVitie's. Yep, more of this. Boxes in the way. I think some of it is stocking. But they do generally like to just put boxes in the way, and then you get stuck. When it gets really busy, can you get an American down here? I don't think so. Or a British bum. You know what I mean. If you're from Britain, you've seen the bums. They would get stuck on this. Look at this. I'm like just getting through. You think British people, some of them are this wide. How are they getting their bum through? How are they getting their bum through that? I do not know. You know, I am only just wide enough to get through this gap. That's why Hong Kongers are so thin. You know, they go out to shop for food and they just get stuck. And they have to wait until they get thin again. And then they can leave. Alright, but I'm not insulting you fat people. I don't mean to be mean. I'm just saying you will get stuck in Hong Kong. But please, do some exercise. I want everyone to live long and healthy. Like, eat some of these. Dragon fruit is really nice. It looks like from an alien TV show. Apparently it helps you evacuate, shall I say. Alright, let's go and leave this mall. And we want to go to... I forget which is the next one. Oh, it's Tsuen Wan Plaza, but we have to turn around. But the other side is Skyline. Let's go to Skyline first. As I say, they're all connected via a bridge, so we do not need to go down to the surface, people. We can stay up in the sky. I realize that some people get scared of a camera in Hong Kong. They see it and they're like, oh my God, I don't want to be on film. And you think, in Hong Kong, you don't want to be on film. It's like you are being recorded 24/7. There are cameras everywhere. You won't even see them. They're always watching you. But it does mean low crime and good conformity. Oh, they always have a concierge. I like it. They always have someone there you can ask, where is something? Oh, this is City Walk. Or a Skyline. Well, we'll go to City Walk then. There you go. There's always happy children around. What's over there? This one over here is not one you probably want to visit. It is basically a local market where they chop up fish and other fresh produce. It smells like nothing else. But let's go to City Walk. It looks really nice. This looks so picturesque. Maybe mildly dystopian. It's got that kind of brutal architectural look. Into City Walk. T1, because there is a cyclone not far away. It's probably going to miss Hong Kong. What is the particular difference between a hurricane and a cyclone? I do not know. As far as I know, it's wind that goes around in a circle. Wow, that looks intense, doesn't it? Over there is City Walk 2. How do I get to City Walk 2? Oh, I have to go through here to get to City Walk 2? Oh, okay. Well, we can go check that out later. They're now starting to open, and it's getting a little bit busy. Ah, look, jewelry. Try to say it, not rudely. Now, you might think you see this, and you think, who on earth would buy this? But this is wedding jewelry, so you don't really wear it out and about. This is, of course, worn during the ceremony of a wedding, Chinese weddings. And these bands would be given by the parents to the bride. Well, unfortunately, my camera stopped working as I entered Marks and Spencer's, which is where you can get all your English goods. You'll find it difficult to find British black tea. Normally there's only Twinings, but you can just get the M&S, or their everyday big box there, £7. Twinings is so expensive, and that's all they'll have normally in the other ones. So M&S, that's where you want to go if you need British black tea. Or some other British snacks. Marks and Spencer's. Let's hope it stays open. Let's hope there's a wave of British tourists that will patron Marks and Spencer's. These Chinese restaurants are actually quite nice, but their food does look unusual. They make like little small dishes for sharing. A Japanese restaurant. Is it Japanese? And of course it's Japanese. If only there was a clue. Could it be the cartoon anime girl? It's mostly the food that tells you it's Japanese. A greenhouse for something? Don't know why that's there. Get some oxygen in the mall. But I believe that doesn't go where I want to go. I want to go to City Walk 2. Bookshops in Hong Kong are like a refuge. I go in because it is nice. Yeah, I do like the bookshops in here. They even have toys. They're always so quiet. Now you think, oh, all the books are gonna be in Chinese. But normally they have an English section. I have gone into the Chinese section though. Where's the English section? Well, this one has English on it. Oh, okay, these ones are English. Stranger Things. Isn't Stranger Things a TV show? Why would you read the book? Just watch the TV show. They have such good bookshops and libraries because it is a very studious society. Smart people. You look it up, highest IQ. Or one of the highest IQs anyway. Look at this park. Lovely trees, sadly no grass. Still just concrete. Even on the balconies. They don't even use these balconies. I've seen it many times. They design them. But no one will want to sit out there. It is so extremely hot. Even in the winter, you don't really want to sit out there. I mean, maybe in the evening, but then you would get bitten by bugs. So it's just not a thing to sit outside and have your meal. Yeah, I think more Westerners are willing to give it a go because they do it back home. But after a while, they realize, no, that is a bad idea. Do not cook yourself outside. Let's go look at another arcade. Told you they're everywhere. Oh, look at it. My senses are stimulated with every color of the rainbow. Mostly blue for this one. Oh, a baby's doing it. That's a first. I support a little bit of fun for the children. I just don't know why. Whenever I go past them normally, the same for the UK this is. It's just adults playing. Oh my God, look how cool that is. It's a barber's chair and it's a car. That is pretty cool. And they have also a unicorn, but I hope they don't have to sit on that as they get their hair cut. That would be a bad one. Be uncomfortable. Oh, we can see it better here. There's a little bit of grass. You know, you could get a baby to gently crawl on that grass. Yeah. You couldn't play football on it, though. If you love playing football in the park, you may have to accept scraping your knees on the hard concrete. But you're not allowed to play here, though. Security would run out and say, no, 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 no. What the? My God. It's a collection of pandas. Well, I told you there were pandas in Hong Kong. The normal Hong Kong out there. The bridges don't connect these people to us. Well, we're doing all the bridges. This is bridge hiking. Look how many restaurants they have. They love food out here. It is a place to eat. That's why I wonder, it's like, how are they not fat? A good meal out here could be £20. In the UK, that would be a very boring meal. There's actually even cheaper restaurants down here, but I'm not that interested. I'll peek it over the corner. So down here is Cafe de Coral, some kind of chicken shop over there, spicy noodles. They're quite cheap down there. So, and when I say cheap, I mean like, it's like £5, which is, I don't know what the American is, probably about $7. You couldn't buy anything for that in UK. Maybe a bad sandwich. Remember to look out for the signs. I see some people come to Hong Kong and they're like, I'm lost. And you think, well, you will get lost. It is a maze. That's why there's such high IQ out here. They're constantly being tested. But just look for the signs at the top. Oh, what a nice man. Give that boy an inflatable ice cream. I didn't look at this side. What looks like grass, but it's just a hard, weedy plant down there. You have to go to Ninamo 1, and that will connect us to City Walk 2. I just don't know why they would volunteer to build bridges to each other's malls, so I assume it's just the same company. Some areas, it really is just the same company, $1 billion, multi-billion dollar company, building huge malls, and they build them all around the world. In London right now, Canary Wharf, I think it's a Hong Kong company building out there. I think they have some involvement with the underground, because the Victoria line is very Hong Kong-esque. That feels like going into Hong Kong. Even with the doors, you know, for Londoners who have never stepped outside, that is the norm in Hong Kong. Not having doors that, you know, block off the track, that is unusual. 7-Eleven, they're everywhere, and they're open 24/7. Well, most of them. If they're inside a mall, sadly, they're not allowed to. So they won't be open 24/7. Because the mall closes normally. So they just have to close when the mall does. Alright, here we are. See you again. I've just arrived. And then this is City Walk 2. And over here is another beautiful park with no grass. Lots of bushes though. You can hear the birds a little bit. Oh, I should pop over here to look at the traditional Hong Kong. Over there is traditional Hong Kong. Well, let me zoom in. Look at those buildings. Built probably the 70s or 80s. Let's go in. If there's ever a typhoon, every mall will tell you at the front. It's all right. Oh, Tai Hing. This is quite a nice little restaurant. If you want some goose run rice, you could get pork and rice, chicken and rice. They show it up there, actually. Try and zoom in slowly. It's very nice. You will probably have to. What is this? A general person preaching Chinese. I don't know what he was saying. Here we are. This is a Western-esque restaurant. I say Western-esque because it has its own Hong Kong twists. as you can see, it almost looks like Western food. And then it starts to not look like Western food. You're like, is it Western food? No. Is it? I don't think so. No, that's not Western. A scrambled egg roll. But it's probably edible and it's cheap-ish, you know? It's not super cheap, but 65 is not exactly expensive. Ah, there's another one. It's called Chicken Factory. You know what? This one looks even better. Big chicken. I think I would just have the chicken. Look at this. 1/4 of a chicken, 48. All right, so as you can see, it's just more restaurants, your general shops. Let's go over to the next mall. I think the bridges are the entertaining part. Try to walk faster. Oh, there's KFC in here. So if you really hate all the food, you can just eat KFC. Here we are. It's the interesting market over here. I don't know anything about it. Nothing. It's like a different world. Oh, but it does have it. Grocery, clothes, dry goods, fruit, flour. Huh. Well, let's have a look. Now, this is the old mall. It's not exactly like Tesco's, but you'll get everything here. Reasonable price. Of course, no one speaks English. There will be a lot of head nodding, and yeah. Okay. Okay is a good word. That is universal. Everyone knows okay. That is probably the most known word in the world. Okay. They call these things the wet market. Apparently because it's fresh. Wet. Still wet or something like that. I thought it's because there was so much water on the floor. Oh, it smells interesting, but not as bad as I remember. Maybe they've improved the ventilation. Let's go down and have a look at the real adventurous spots. Maybe I'll wait for her. Might be a while. I don't mean to be mean, but you know. Well, this is fine. Just some oranges. Oh, look at that big watermelon. How much is it? It's probably still expensive. Oh, yeah, it'll say on the sign. You'd have to ask her, I think. I don't want the... Oh my god, it smells bad here. Oh, the coconut is quite interesting. They will actually break it up, give you the juice in a separate bag, and chop up the coconut properly for you. And I think, why can't they do that in England? It's so annoying. You buy a coconut and I have to cut it up myself. I can go down here. And my god, when they did it in front of me in one of these markets, yes, I did go to get a coconut. Because it seems to be the only place to get a coconut. They did it so quickly. I felt ashamed. Now let's have a look at the meat. So this is the meat market. It is interesting. They kind of just hang it out. But so you can just ask him and he chops it up in front of you. Cooked meat over there. They're more local here, so I feel like they may get worried. No. More meat down there. This is where they're stocking it. I'll go down this bit. I wonder if I should be worried. It is Tsuen Wan. More meat hanging up. They don't need fridges for them. Chopped up and sold on the day. More meat just hanging about. I don't think it passes health and safety in the UK, to be honest. You know, it just... oh, there's a lot of meat on the floor. Yeah, so... a lot of meat on the floor there. I will have to wipe my shoes down. This is why in Hong Kong they are obsessed with taking off your shoes. You know, in England, we don't really take off our shoes inside the home that much. We do upstairs, but, you know, it's just not needed. Like, we go in the high street and it's generally swept. Oop. And it's not really that dirty. We just don't do things where we'd have serious bacteria on the floor. We wouldn't cut meat in the streets like that. Did in the past, but not anymore. That is not a normal thing. I'm not judging, I'm just saying it's just not done anymore. Oh, there was escalators here. I'll take the escalator. You should take off your shoes when you go into your home. People have got used to thinking it's okay. But you should take off your shoes. I always do. Oh, that was an adventure. All right, let's go. Let's go back to the fancy bit. I need some aircon. There is no aircon in that market. Nothing. That meat is basically cooking. It's cooking for you. You don't need to go home and cook it. It will cook in the heat, like an oven. What's going on here? Oh, it's a queue for the barbers. Oh wait, the barber's waiting. The queue is outside. But they're behind a little door. Is this real? Yeah, there's the money. You pay for it with an octopus card. And then they're behind a little door. You could choose your barber. Interesting. Oh, more cars. I like this bit more. They're more expensive. You pay more. A little bit more. They're a lot more expensive. That was $70 over there. Cheapest here is a quick shampoo and blow dry. They can wash your hair for 148 Hong Kong dollars. But you can sit in a cool car. Quite jealous. I would like that car. So unfortunately, it's not a circle. You do have to backtrack and go back the other way. Now let's see, can we take a shortcut to Tsuen Wan Plaza with this side? Is it a shortcut? Or is it just to cook me? I think it's just to cook me. This way is just to cook me. So I will go this way. Oh wait, here's the sign. I believe it just goes back to the MTR, the underground. Although it's not always underground. Which is the same for the UK. Sometimes the underground is not underground. Underground just is a bit of a lie. MTR, I'm not sure what that stands for. I think it was deliberately chosen because then it looks a bit like metro. But it doesn't actually mean metro. What is this shop? He looks so happy, must be ice cream. Oh, it's tea. Maybe tea and ice cream? Tea and ice cream. Ah, another little park, but no grass. I don't want to go out there, it looks hot. This is a weekday. And it's nice and busy. It will keep getting busier as the day goes. Miniso! You'd think, oh, this looks like a Japanese toy shop. It's actually Chinese, but they like to pretend they are Japanese. The owner actually said it was Japanese, but it's not. Oh, this is A1 Bakery, also a Japanese bakery, but it's mostly cakes. See, little cakes? Over here we have some very sweet bread with raisins, chocolate. How do they stay thin out here? I have no idea. There's so many cakes, so much confectionery, I don't know. Ah, Italian tomato. Must be a pasta. Oh, no, no pasta. It's cake. I always think it's a strange name for a cake shop. Now, it's called Japanese Home Center, I think. Yeah. But it's a Chinese shop. It is not Japanese. Well, it's Hong Kong, I think. It is a Hong Konger shop. Comes from Hong Kong. Has nothing to do with Japan other than being inspired by the Japanese lifestyle, maybe. What is this? tea well medicine? Oh, Chinese medicine. You can get stuck with pins. They can heat bowls and pop them onto your back. It sucks up your skin. They can put weird things on your back and it dyes your skin a weird color. More tea. They love tea so much, but they will not make British breakfast tea. They will not make that. That is bad tea. They don't want to make that. They think it's cheap. This is a pretend Italian restaurant. How do you say it? Caesarea? Caesarea? I don't know. Not very good at the names. Less than $40 for pasta and pizza. You won't get that in Rome. So over here is Eon Superstore. This is actually pretty much like a supermarket. Anyway, let's go into Tsuen Wan Plaza. All right, here we are. There is a park down there, but it also has no grass. It's just a place to sit down, have a sandwich, nothing else. Behind me is City Walk, and then here is Skyline, and then over here, there is Tsuen Wan Plaza. They're all connected via a bridge, and the bridge actually goes all the way towards the metro station on the other side, the MTR, which is the other MTR, not the fancy one, it's the old one. But let's go into Tsuen Wan Plaza. All right, in we go. Okay, so over there you can see the bridge. And down here is the park with no grass. As I said, it's just a place to heat your sandwich. But we're going into Tsuen Wan Plaza. There is one particular restaurant I really like. However, I may eat there again actually today. However, there is this restaurant that I saw walking past. It is a Thai restaurant, and they have a 72 lunch set. And that looks like a pad Thai. So I may go to this one. That looks quite nice. It's nice getting back into the cool air. Okay, so what do we have? Again, another concierge. This one's called Customer Care Center. It's not as fancy. Lots of shoe shops. Get your trainers, hiking gear, running gear, but it's just trainers. Sadly, this tea place is closed, but it's another tea place. You'd think it would be open right now. I think they are getting ready to open. But yes, it's another tea place. Where's the tea? Here it is. Oh, these are like fruit teas. Fruit teas, all right. Let's keep going round. More sports shops. This must be the sport level. Hot pot again on that big sign. Level 3. And up there is Yatta. And you'll never guess what? It's another Japanese shopping mall. Oh, it's more like a supermarket, sorry, I mean. Yeah, Yatta is a supermarket from Japan. They love their Japanese supermarkets out here. Ah, it's Sushi Row. Here we are. This is not an expensive restaurant. It's quite nice. But sometimes it's not as fresh as other days. So this is Yatta. I should say really Yatta is just like a big superstore. They always sell food, toys, clothes. This really is a supermarket. The Japanese will make supermarkets. Ah, and it gets quiet. Japanese shops are quiet. Quieter anyway. Not donkey though. That's a different experience. Bedding, they'll sell lots of different bedding. The fancy pillows, everything. So, really is a department store. We don't really have department stores in the UK. We do in London, but many of them closed down. The famous one being Debenhams. That closed down. But I'm not really that interested. Let's keep going around. I want to see that nice restaurant that I talked about. Starbucks. There we go. Cha ka. And then come by tea. They're all above each other. All right, sofa. You can buy a sofa from Yatta. All the things for your kitchen. Rice cookers. They don't have these in the UK. You can buy them, but they're difficult to find in the UK. They will not be in the shops. A rice cooker is quite a useful tool. But I guess in the UK we need a potato cooker or a pasta cooker. Those are the things we cook almost with every meal. Oh, McDonald's! There's the saving grace for Westerners. But where is McDonald's? I see the M. I suppose it's over there. It's near the children's area. McDonald's really is like... Oop, let me just get past. McDonald's really is like someone on the sex offenders registry list. Always around the children. Can't get them away. They find their way around children eventually. Yet their food is so bad for children. But at the same time, I can't blame people for trying... Well, not trying, but sending their kids to McDonald's to get a snack there. Sometimes they just won't eat anything. They're so fussy. They just won't eat anything. But for some reason, children will always eat McDonald's. They will wolf down McDonald's. Ah, here it is. Now McDonald's, just like in the West, is antisocial. And you've got the screens. You can order here. You can order with your phone. You can scan the QR code. You can order over there, but you have to wait for someone to arrive. Just like the UK, no different. Green tea ice cream with red bean. I like red bean. I would recommend giving it a try. It's quite nice. It is an arcade with all the colors. Yep, another arcade. My God, the aircon is so good in these arcades. If anything, it's a good place to cool down. It is not busy. There's no one here. I have it all to myself. Should I play? I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'm not sure it's interesting watching me play one of these. Especially that one. That is the most boringest one ever. They are tokens. Oh, you have to get the token from the machine. Wow, a whole crowd of people were playing this one. 4 people. Ah, air hockey. Oh, if only I wasn't so lonely. I could play with someone. Maybe next time I'll bring some people. But it's very noisy in here. I need to get out. This is a children's area. The staff seem to be watching me. They're making sure I don't steal a toy. No, they're probably just hoping for something to do. It looks very boring, that job. No one has come. Oh, well. Maybe it's expensive. I didn't really look at the price. No one in there, though, right now. Oh, brave the heat. Let's have a look. Oh, it's so hot. It looks very charming. We've got fake grass, real bushes, a cool little slide. Actually, this looks pretty awesome. I'm glad I came out. But no one here. They do not shade it. I would not recommend bringing your children out here. I think I'm getting sunburnt just being here. For this 5 seconds that I will remain. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, so Hong Kong are not like Australia. Australia will put a big cover over all the areas that the children will be playing. Hong Kong thinks, who cares? They need a bit of vitamin D. Let them get cooked by the sun. Of course, the children just don't go out at this time. I think that's all it is. It's just too hot. I'll often see them playing in the evening, going around the shops. Yeah, children stay up quite late in Hong Kong, you will notice. They'll be running around and it'll be like 11 o'clock. and they're just running around. Let's stop over here. And these weird machines that you might see me walk past and think, why is there a weird array of vending machines? These are everywhere. You can use your octopus card to buy a toy. There's different ones, but what you get is a surprise, sadly. All right, well, anyway, let me just set this down. So now I'm going to go and find a Vietnamese restaurant called Hanoi. It's actually a nice little restaurant. I feel like I should support them. All right, let me just grab this. There we go. All right, let's go. Now, where's the way down? Over here. There's not many big malls like this in the UK, and they're often a bit run down. In London, there are more, of course. You know, there's a big one in Manchester. Although that one, they've gone for some kind of weird Rome style. It's a little bit tacky, to be honest. But it's not bad. But these kind of malls are just everywhere in Hong Kong. Here it is this level. I came here before. A lady might recognize me. It's actually a very nice restaurant. I say she recognized me because there's not really many tourists. I may be the only white person, and I don't think I count as a tourist because I live here. So that doesn't really count, does it? An advert for a very spicy noodle restaurant. They are everywhere. Tam Jay Samgor. Well, this is not too bad either. Let's have a look. See, the food may look a bit alien at first. But you know what? If it's meat and some rice, it's probably edible. But that one didn't quite take my fancy. But that one doesn't look appealing to me. What the? I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a sea creature. I don't know what you guys think it is. Was it a tadpole? Yeah, it was a tadpole. Anyway, I don't know, crashed, overheated something, but for some reason it stopped working. Oh, random people get annoyed here. Anyway, so I'm going to head over to the other bridge and go towards New Town Mall. Because we went to the city walk that we've gone to Skyline Plaza, there's only 2 malls left. And that is New Town Mall and D Park. Alright, so these ones are a long walk through the heat. But it is a bridge, so you can do it quite quickly. You don't have to wait for the traffic. You can just walk straight along the bridge. Alright, out we go into the heat. Oh my god. Maybe I looked at Nina Tower over there. So, at this bridge, you can see Nina Tower up there, that huge tower. That's the hotel and office building. Over there is the Skyline one, with the Eon supermarket. This is the Tsuen Wan Plaza one we were just in. Oh, let me get out in the sun. And behind me is the city walk. And we're going to continue on over there for a long walk towards New Town Mall, what it's called, something like that, New Town something, and D Park. All right, let's go. Crazy child on the floor. And when I say it's hot, it is extremely hot. And it's not just like a very hot day like in Australia. There it's very dry. Here it's so humid. It's like your sweat does not evaporate. So your body just cannot cool down. My God. Now over here actually is something interesting. This building on the side, on the left, is where they do Chinese operas. As I walk by, we can see it. But I think they do other things. Right now it says an art exhibition. And it's got sea creatures. Does that mean it will be an exhibition of live sea creatures? I don't know. What are they celebrating? Oh, it's the 76th anniversary of the People's Republic of China. Who wouldn't want to celebrate that? Such a great event in history. Only good things happened. Well, let's go have a look at the school over here. So there, they have a little stadium-esque thing. We've got some seats over there. We've got the play area, but they often use it for other things. During COVID, it was used to vaccinate everyone. Oh, you can see the mountains over there in the distance. Ah, there's all the Hong Kong and Chinese flags as they celebrate this 76th anniversary of the People's Republic of China. Look at that big structure. And above it, there's all the homes. Over there too, living above a shopping mall is like some of the most prized accommodation. Everyone wants that. They don't like living in the countryside. The countryside is really where more of the less affluent people of society live. In the UK, rich people will buy up all the country houses. Ah, this is a school. You know what? Oh wait, is that the school? Or is that the school? They look identical. They look identical, so I'm not sure which is the school. I think it's both parts of the school. Looks a bit like a prison. Maybe it is. I guess that is what schools are. Children prison. Look at that building. That could use a coat of paint. Or knocking down. The second may be better. So many air conditioning units slammed into that corner. There we go, we've got the stairs to go down to the surface people. We don't go to the surface people. We're staying up, elevated, with the flowers and all my other elevated people. Don't go down! You don't know what's down there. Behind me is, I think, some New Town Mall. It is a very interesting mall. Oh, the shops are actually up. But that takes time. I don't really want to go all the way up. And then behind me is Tsuen Wan MTR station. Over there are some more shops, shopping mall, connected by a bridge. So I will go to that one too. But first I'm going to go that way to New Town Mall, then all the way to a huge shopping mall called D Park. All right, let's go. An ambulance went by as I was recording there. They have very good health service out here, actually. You think, oh, surely so many people. How can they cover it? But generally, it's not terrible. They do have a national one. But maybe I'm wrong. You Hong Kongers, you tell me. Is it terrible? I've never had to actually go to the hospital. I've just been told that it's reasonable. But I would love everyone to see my first beautiful accommodation in Hong Kong. My first apartment was this weird tall building. Whoa, my wire is pulling it. Let me just do that again. There we go. It's this weird building. I lived in here at that top, or near the top anyway. And down below is where, on Sundays, hundreds of maids will camp out. And as you imagine, a young white man walking through a bunch of Indonesian maids, you tend to get a lot of stares. One even whistled at me. Well, like a, woo! What do we got in here? Jewelry. But the interesting stuff is as you dive in. Oh, they got the bakery in here. It's getting slightly better. It's got a Japanese bakery. It's quite squished in here. Can I get through? Piles of cloves. You just dive in. Takeaway meal right next to the cloves. Yeah? The smell is so strong, I would imagine those cloves to absorb the smell. People queue to go into this building where there'll be lots of businesses. All the businesses will be listed on this big sign. There you go. All right, oh, there is a interesting smell now. I wish I could share it with you. Smell-o-vision is one invention yet to be invented. But here is the smell. It is strong. It's like a pet food shop. So, the smell in the UK. I think one woman heard that. She was like, what? But it has that smell. Yeah? But it's used for soups. It's used for soups and, things like that. Dried seafood. It's not my thing. Oh, bra shop. That's definitely not my thing. More dried fruit. Dried food. Seeds and nuts. More cloves. I mean, they're quite cheap. I mean, like £3, £5. An umbrella for £9. But let's go over to the next bridge. Oh, they also have these drinks vending machines everywhere too. Just like Japan. Alright, off we go into the bridge. Now this bridge is air-conned, but behind me is a giant hole, so the aircon is a bit weak as you enter and gets stronger as you go. I can feel a slight breeze just gently coming down. I'm going to show you the other bridge. It's just over there. You can see it through the windows a little bit. That is some kind of very old bridge that was built to go over to the villages, I suppose. They did not refurbish that bridge. It's like stepping into a new world, but they connected it to this bridge. Oh, the numbers start. So now we have 10. I think they started earlier, but I missed them. It's like a countdown to how close you are to the mall. I think that's the idea. So over here you have 9. Then further up ahead will be 8. Can you guess the next number? Sorry, that's my other YouTube channel. Here we are. Whoa, does it look rough outside? Let's have a look past the door. It's a push. Whoa, it's a different world. My God. Everything's crumbling. They have a lift though, a wheelchair lift. I'm not sure you're allowed to use it. You have to call some staff to come down, unlock it, and then they will let you go down. So it's not really very practical. All right, let's go back inside. I think I am the only European person, or the only person outside of East Asia in this place so far. I haven't seen anyone, not even like someone from Africa or the Middle East. Some Aboriginals. We don't tend to see them traveling. I guess Australia is nice enough for those lads. Yeah, those lads love Australia. They don't want to leave. Oh, we finally made it. I can get even more aircon because it's still hot on this bridge. Just mildly more sufferable. Just next to it are these crumbling old factory buildings. I guess no one wants them. This part is part of D Park, and it has an IKEA. Ooh, the big C is actually a Thai shopping mall. Why do I keep saying mall? I'm obsessed with mall right now. A Thai shopping market. Yeah, it's a Thai market. A food market. It's very large in Thailand and very small in Hong Kong. I mean, as the shops go, in Hong Kong, it's actually quite large, I suppose. Another hairdressers, barbers, QB House, they are acceptable. Boola boola. What is that? Boola boola. I'll keep going round. What's over here? It's another arcade. They're everywhere. That's what this is. So this is where you get your prizes. This is the prize bit. Over here is where you get your tokens. Oh, I don't want to go into another arcade. Marketplace. This is the Marks and Spencers of Hong Kong food markets. This is how you get into IKEA. I'm not going into IKEA. You go in there, you don't come back out. You get lost. So I'm staying out of IKEA. What is this way? This is another way? Where does it go? Let me just check. I don't know this bridge. It goes to Tsuen Wan West Station. Is this another way? It also goes to D Park. Well, I guess I have to come back this way. This is new to me. Let me just have a look around this corner. Many people. I don't know. It looks like it just goes down. I'll have a little bit of a further peek. I do recognize this. I used to come this way. I used to eat in the restaurant that used to be here. Changed. Was it that one? Oh, wait, no, I never went this way. I went to the left. To D Park. Here we are. This is where I went. Oh, it's just nostalgia. I came from this way years ago because I lived over there. I used to come down this bridge and then I would walk around this way, down there, towards a restaurant. Cheap meat in a bowl. Since has gone down in quality because the Hong Kongers didn't want to support that restaurant. That's what I was saying. Okay, let's go in. They have a weird area of nothing outside. I don't know why. Why would they? Such a huge waste of space. It is, to me, common for Hong Kongers to have limited space and waste gigantic areas. This is always empty. Why they wouldn't make it a nice area of grass and cover it so it'd be cool, I don't know. But instead, it's just a big area of nothing. And no one walks through there. Never mind. All right, so let's see if that restaurant's still here. No, it's gone. We've got Tea Day with an E. Another clothing store. This is the cheap one. You know. It's not about that. It's a good place to get socks. If you need a lot of socks. I got some socks there. They were all right. Good socks. It looks like an American concept of a school. I believe I have seen this school as a cartoon drawing on Canva, the design website. This is a free picture you get on Canva. I like this one. It's more spacious, this mall. Got a lot more space. Oh, and down here you've got some racing. But no one is doing any racing right now. Oh, it's not open, I don't think. The staff are gone for lunch. I'm sure that's good. If you have multiple children, you can race them. See who's the fastest. And then whoever wins, you'll give the most love to. I assume that's what you do as parents. We have an ice cream sweet themed cinema. Look at that big fat bear over there. He's been eating too many of the sweets. It's such a relief not to have to avoid people. Why can't they all be built like this? More space. It's not necessary to cram everything in so closely, but As I say, Hong Kongers get a bit obsessed with doing it because they want to make every penny count. But in the end, I think it actually loses money. Wow, look at that. That is an intense escalator. Down below, it has a huge area. We'll lower the camera. Over there, they have pickleball. Here they have a grandma resting area. Is that what it is? What is this? Do you pay to sit there and watch your phone? Oh, the child just jumped out. Oh, there's something over there. Oh, okay, there's an inflatable castle. It's not a grandma, auntie resting area. It's for children to be set loose on an inflatable castle. That makes sense. Over here we have football of some form, or is it hockey? Actually, it looks like hockey. You can get a trolley attached to a car. I've seen them in the UK. Another concierge. See, I like that. They always have people staffing an area where you can get your parking validated, ask for directions, things like that. No! Would you like to... No? What is it? No, it's Nor! Couldn't remember the name of the company. Looked like a W. It's Nor! Would you like to know about soup? Interesting. Not an interesting one this time. This is a very kids-orientated shopping mall with all the colours. McDonald's, of course, as I said, you can't keep them away from kids. Ah, look at our animal friends. They are not famous. I do not recognize them anyway. They have names though. We got Max, Isaac, Coda. Okay. Who are they? Don't know. Some Madagascar rip-offs. Who knows? They have lots of sports down there. Put on my cable. And it has lots of restaurants down either side. So you can release your child into one of the sports things and then go have some sushi while they go crazy. They have an excellent children's playground, which is in the shade. It's a giant... Well, I can see if you can guess. What could it possibly be? Whale garden? You guessed it. It's a big giant whale. I have to admit, it's pretty realistic. Look at the teeth. Well, not teeth, hairs. But it is pouring down with rain. This is why you want to stay amongst the bridge people. It's a fantastic children's play area. It's under the shade, but it is not cold. So your child will end up smelling. Toys R Us! They did not go bust out here. Ah, this is one more thing I need to show. They have little areas you can pay to shove your child in. And then just let them free. You know, you got your child. They have the barrier over here where they put their shoes. And they go through an MTR-like ticket machine. And then they go into another world. And they're allowed to just go free. You go, goodbye, we'll come back later. And you, as the audience, you can inspect them. Like a zoo. You can just watch the crazy things run around. You know? Excellent idea. I'm sure they have it in the UK somewhere, but there's quite a few of them in Hong Kong. And here we are, in the supermarket. And this supermarket will be no different. Even though there's more space in this mall, there will be no space to get in. It's already blocked. I can't get in. Right, the squeeze through. It is better than the one in the other mall, though. And it's much larger, but like a maze. They're not rows. Instead, it's a little maze. Every corner brings something new. So this one, not too bad, but still they do it. Still, they put boxes in the aisle, getting in everyone's way. I have lost the area where I can get a drink. Ooh. And the area where I can get thousands of different types of eggs. Oh, all right. Which drink should I get? This isn't all of them. This is just juice and milk. I want the tea. I want to show people the tea. Okay, so I finally found the teas. I wanted one of these. Or I try and get one of the green teas. There's also coffee. Or I don't know. Seems smaller. There is so much choice. I don't know. Guess I'll go over here and just get this green tea. 2 for 18. Now I have to get 2. All the Western chocolates, fizzy drink, crisps. What else? Biscuits. Yep, everything to get fat. The self-scan is extremely small. I don't know why they're obsessed with making it so small. The tiny work area. Just have to set it there. Okay, to pay, there is an English button you can press over there. And then you go check out. Pay now, or you can register if you feel like it. They have lots of options. And they have a thing called Octopus. And that doesn't mean that you give them an octopus. It means you use your travel card. So I will choose Octopus. I don't know why they need to make it so small. Oh, I need to sit down and get a drink. I pointed out Italian tomato earlier. For some reason, when it's a small shop, it is just cakes. Yeah, when it's a small shop, it's just cakes. But they do have a restaurant, and there's mildly Western food. I say mildly because it's somewhat Western, all-day breakfast, and they've got a chicken steak. Yeah, spaghetti. Yeah, it's kind of Western, although some of it's more Japanese kind of style down there. Well, maybe you would like it. And then my favorite one, though, is sushi, which is over here. We've got Genki Sushi. Also lost a bit of business because Hong Kongers felt they shouldn't have so much of their money. I feel like times have passed. You know, water under the bridge, as it were. Because people like their sushi, so they're willing to forgive and forget. Over here is ramen. So ramen I find quite salty, but they have other things about people. Basically one restaurant, I think, and they have ramen. Also tempura, fried shrimp. I really like the tempura. This one's quite expensive though. Well, not that expensive. But it's not like cheap, it's just reasonable price. A tenner. But it's not that much food. Oh, this one looks fun. Don't know its name. Ankoshino? Something like that. Ah, you know what? This looks like a kids-friendly restaurant. I think you could eat there if you are just hungry, though. I don't think you have to be a child. This is the French restaurant. I'm sure people in France are like, I recognize that place. Deli France, of course. That's the best French food around. And, well, let's have a look at the menu. It's all in Chinese. Huh. I thought it would all be in French. Well, there's some English there. It looks okay, to be honest. The children's inflatable area. And the grandma chillin' area. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to drink some tea. Can we I could find a seat in Hong Kong shopping malls? I think there's some behind over there. But you have to hunt them out. And maybe some over there. In that fun phone booth. And I think some people are already sitting on them. So it is difficult to find a seat. And I think I have some old people who also look tired sitting over here. So I'm going to join them. And then I'll see you on the bridge later. Alright, here I am at the exit and the entrance to the D Park. I'm going to go over to the Tsuen Wan Metro MTR station, where you can keep walking and go towards some more shopping malls. Again, all connected via a bridge. And it is extremely hot. Let's go. Alright. This is the station I used to arrive at all the time. It is so noisy. I actually took the bus most of the time because it's more easier. You can normally sit down. My God, I'm drenched in sweat. Whew. Oh, there's KFC and McDonald's in there, and that Sam Gore restaurant for spicy noodles. Now, unfortunately, you can't enter the MTR station and walk through it to the other side. Nope, you have to walk past this bit. You can enjoy a bit of the aircon as you walk by. And carry on down here. This bit has a giant staircase in between the bridge. So the walkway is split in two. You've got a little sign saying, don't go that way. Go this way. Stop people bumping into each other. Modern art. Doesn't that bring a smile to everyone's face? Here is the station. Oh, the aircon is lovely. We got our Japanese bakery again, 7-Eleven. Technically Japanese, half American, half Japanese. The green dot dot. Pie and tart. Aroma. Alright, let's go over this way though. We have a shopping mall, of course, or a galleria. But behind me is a fantastic shop. It's a supermarket. I will take the stairs. My legs are strong. Ow! It's Taste. Taste was one of the better supermarkets in Tsuen Wan, this side. So if you didn't feel like walking all the way to D Park, you could come to Taste. And this was more like a supermarket, but still it's cramped, just like they all are. Very narrow. They actually think the big trolley is possible. I'm not sure the big trolley is possible. Oh, it's still smaller. Can't get it out, it's too cramping. I only want one. I will stick with a small trolley. No, I don't think a big trolley is... Oh, she's doing it. You can get the big trolley through. This one's not too bad. I can walk through. They still put boxes in the aisle, but it's not so bad. Well, this is stocking. Well, this is quite bad. Very narrow. A lot of rice. I always think this would be the equivalent of us selling giant bags of pasta. I guess it makes sense. Rice lasts for quite a while. Just sell it as one big bag. They have it so often. Who wants to keep carrying bags of rice back and forth? It feels a bit more supery, but it's still a maze. It's not like in the West where it's just lots of long aisles. And you just walk in a straight line. Lots of bends and twists. Netflix popcorn. Never seen that before. Even in the local supermarket, they'll have them fresh and alive. Buy a shrimp. Buy a giant crab. Slightly smaller crab. Buy some live fish. Yep, so even in the supermarket you can buy very fresh food. They'll chop up the meat for you here. I used to come to Taste quite a bit. Well, fairly frequently, but I tried to avoid cooking. I was too lazy at that time. I didn't want to cook. Okay, let's go back out this way. Still tiny self-scan. All right, let's go over to the mall. We can actually stay up here. We don't have to go down to second level of the bridge. We can remain elevated even higher up here. I'm not going to comment on that. Tsuen Wan Bakery. So these are the moon cakes that that lady is standing in front of. You can get different types, chocolate and the classic, with just egg. Oh, this is a more local bakery. They look like wife cakes. It says sweet bean paste. Oh, these are the wife cakes. Very similar. Muffins. Oh, so they have amazing cakes. Ah, egg tart. $8, that's pretty good. $6 just for puff pastry egg tarts. Cream tarts. They're different. This is the one you want though. This looks like it. They call it Star Nata. Ah, you can get some dim sum takeaway. Japan ice cream house. There's not that much ice cream, to be honest. RDS Groceries. This often has a lot of Western chocolates and snacks. Is this Tai Hing again? It is! Get your goose and rice. I could eat here, but I wanted something more adventurous. There seems to be a bridge below me. I'm not sure if it's raining or if the aircon is spitting water on me. You never know in Hong Kong. There is a kindergarten up here. Oh, that looks quite brutal. I don't know where the kindergarten actually is. I guess it's up those steps. Maybe it's more cheerful inside. Let's hope so. Look at this brutal landscape. In some ways, it's very impressive. But very intense to look at, all these buildings. I want to stay on the bridge. That's the theme. Never going down to the surface, people. Now, unfortunately, that's just a restaurant. I don't want to go down. I have to go over here. I began memorizing all the ways I could go to remain in the aircon. So as you can see, you can go that way, but I would not go through the Luke Young Galleria to stay in the aircon. All right, what is this adventurous mall? It smells really bad. Why, I don't know. This one looks a lot more rustic. Ah, Coca-Cola roof. Interesting. Shouldn't touch the banister. Felt sticky. And then I think I rushed through here to go through to another mall on the other side, which I believe is slightly better quality. But maybe I am remembering wrong. Maybe I'm getting lost. Yes, this is where you have more interest in restaurants, cheaper, but something nice. Look, there's a burger. 63. This is Welcome. Is that Welcome up there? What's going on? Is this a Welcome supermarket? I'm confused. As I say, sometimes Welcome supermarket is not a supermarket. It's just a corner shop. All right. And then I believe I rushed all the way this way. The Dumpling House. Oh, it's very popular. Maybe it's good. Don't know. So this is heading towards the factory side. They look so charming, but I feel like it'll be difficult to order. And the health codes may not be up to the same standard I'm used to. Well, I've managed to walk all the way through without having to touch the ground. Oh, now it's become very quiet. Youth or Education Center. Now you'll find in Hong Kong there are many educational centers for kids to do extra education outside of their school. Now to go towards Tsuen Wan West. How many billions have been spent on all these bridges? And even then, you can keep going further. There's more down there. Almost to the end. Okay. I'm gonna run with that. Alright, anyway, so almost over with the trip around Tsuen Wan. I think I've done nearly all the bridges. So this way, we finish back to Tsuen Wan West. You can walk with me as I go back to Tsuen Wan West. Panda Place. I'm getting confused. But we're gonna go down there, back to Tsuen Wan West. Some man scolding his child. Things never change around the world. Children are naughty everywhere. Although I have to say, I think Hong Kong kids are quite well behaved, considering we're heading into Panda Place. Wait, was it Panda Place or Palace? I get confused because another one really is just called Place, not Palace. Look at this. All these pandas in the car. Wish we get in. I'm hoping that there is a way down. I don't see many European tourists. I saw two. It's actually not technically. It could be stronger, but maybe they don't want to freeze people. It is Panda Place. Panda Place. No, they went that way, so it must be this way. This is the Panda Place Mall. However, I want to make my way towards Tsuen Wan West. This is a Chinese classic restaurant where they do all your dim sum and different meals. Be brave, try it out if you come. Their rude manner is not hatred of you, that's just how they are. They're efficient. Looks like a dead end. I think I had to go back down. I have to stay on the bridge. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Panda Hotel, don't let me down. Panda Palace. Oh, wait, no, please. Panda Place. I can't exit here. It's not allowed. I can't go out. Don't let me down, Panda Place. It's sadly Panda Palace. Let me down. You cannot get to the other side. Yeah, I could see that bridge over in the distance. Wait, no hope. Panda Palace let me down. No way to get over there. I think I could have left the gallerias as they were a little bit earlier and got across a different bridge. I will try that one. Look at that Panda Hotel. It's huge. I didn't realize. Going back through the traditional Hong Kong Galleria Mall. Very rustic. That's the polite word. Even have space for an arcade, but that one's all pink. Let's have a look over this rustic area. Is there some secret way? My God, I've gone a really dark way. No one comes this way with the cleaners. I will go back inside though. It's pretty gross that way. You don't want to go outside and see how the sausage is made. That's what they say. Very smelly. Outside. And in. I guess I just continued straight on actually. Don't know why I thought it was to the left. Here I am, back again. Back on track. Go to Panda Place. You can walk back through all those mystery Galleria shops and come along here towards it is color. Well, as I said, you can go around most of Tsuen Wan without having to go down. My God, what is going on out? Some construction. It never stops in Hong Kong. There's always something to replace because there's so much to replace. All right, I've just entered from that bridge into the Color Mall. We'll go through it as it's just your general mooncakes, your snacks, some shoes, nothing of particular interest. It's quite a large mall for all the essentials. Now, unfortunately, I feel like We may have to go down to the surface people. We don't want to stay amongst the surface people too long. There may be a new bridge that allows me to get all the way across. Well, it's an arcade again. I'm getting tired though, I'm so hungry. Starving. Possibly I could just eat here. What's this one? No, that's hot pot again. They love their hot pot. But you need more than one person for hot pot. It seems I must go down. I must admit defeat. I must go down to the surface people. Of course, you can go all the way back where we came. Some Mid-Autumn Festival decorations. How to get to the next spot. Holy moly, it's hot. I need to cross the road, go straight down that road. Try not to get run over by taxis. That's the issue with being on the surface. The possibility of being run over. As sidewalks or pavements go in Hong Kong, this one is particularly wide. Oh, ladies. Almost got run over. Squeeze through this area. I'm not sure I'm interested in these restaurants, though I'm sure they're fine. This is called this and rice. It's like your local Chinese food. You pick something, they give you some rice. It's okay, but I don't know if that one is. But the general concept is okay. There's more this and rice. Another one. But it looks way too hot in there for me. I want them all. Now, you can see I'm arriving at the new side. We have a primary school here. I like that building. I like the stone bottom. So over there is the building. It's so extremely noisy with all the lorries. Okay, so over there where I'm pointing is a bridge that connects to another mall, which also connects to another bridge. That connects to another mall. I wish I put some sun cream on my face. I did not. I better quickly rush to the bridge. That lady looks interestingly elegant next to such rough buildings. So I thought Panda Palace connected to this somehow. But it didn't. For people who are the city planners of Tsuen Wan, if you ever see this, build more bridges from Panda Palace. I keep saying palace. Panda Place. Oh my God. Silence. So unfortunately, from the far side, or to the left side of Tsuen Wan station, you can't go all the way down. You have to backtrack. Or you rush through the sun and get to this side. Oh, there's kids there. Estate agents in here. No one else. Oh, Jolly Bee. This comes from... Is it Indonesia? It's like a KFC. Oh, this is peaceful. Nice little garden through the bars. Nice little trees. See, just a bit of trees. With a little bit of distance. The volume really changes. Oh, a little bit cooked. But I've managed to get out of all the flats for the 76 anniversary of the People's Republic of China. Goes into the mall with two-way. Of course, we want to get into the airport. We got some grass, fake grass. Oh, I recognize this place now. We came here earlier. This is City Walk 2, I thought it was. So I can now go back to Tsuen Wan Plaza and get myself something to eat. All the malls are connected via a bridge. So you just come to City Walk 2 and that will take you to those other malls that I walked through. You know what? I quite miss living in Tsuen Wan. It just felt like its own thing. its own version of Hong Kong. You had a bit more space. Well, I'm gonna head back into Nina Mall 1 and go all the way to Tsuen Wan Plaza to get something to eat. The Eon store has McDonald's style hash browns. Well, I thought I would explore just a little bit more in Nina Tower. Here we are at Nina Park. Oh, that's the water fountain. Some kid using it for watching fun. Cool off. Still no grass that you are allowed to walk on. It says greening in progress. So I guess you are allowed to walk on it. But they don't want you walking on it right now. No shade from the sun though. Why they wouldn't shade it, I don't know. More or not. It looks like at certain times they have water running through it. It's not right now. I guess later. Let's go have a look at this water fountain. Looks like a big mushroom. We'll go look at the fossil museum, see what things they have. What's the one here? Oh, I thought it was going to say they found something here in Hong Kong. I would have been amazed. Seems it's just a replica. Well, I'm going to go check out this seemingly free fossil experience. Wood petrified. Incomplete petrification. Is that pink and green one real? Why do wood fossils have different colors? These are wood fossils. All this. And I don't think many people come down here. Granite. Tuffite. Sandstone. Conglomerate. How would we pronounce this mount? Phyllite? Sounds right. Granite with hematitic veins. Ah, the veins. Whatever that is. Limestone? Rhyolite? Maybe? Mudstone with fossils. I don't see any. I'll believe them. How do we pronounce this one again? Monzonite? I don't. And then we got Feldspar. All fiery. I know that one. Alright. They give us a little map. Interesting. We can see where the animals lived in these different periods, based on where they were found in the rock. And then this is Nina Mall 2. So over there, Nina Mall 1, this bridge comes down to a fossil museum of some kind. Didn't know. I mean, you know, it's not anything amazing. It really only works with 2 eyeballs. But this thing looks like a 3D rock. All the tools you need for digging. Of course, a hammer. Oh, out of service. What is it? Don't know. But it is out of service. I don't know why there's like exposed USB. What's this way? Walk over the Tsuen Wan Park. they charge so much money in Europe for this basic installation. Well, you want to see bits of wood, modern art? That's £30. Why is wood often used to make furniture? Softer on your bum and easy to cut and shape. What's this one? Some dinosaur eggs. Oh. Make sure those don't hatch. Well, that was it. Any more water features turn on? Well, yeah, this was a nice area, so Nina Park, you can come up here. They started saying something in Chinese. Normally they'll say the English.
Let's treasure the wood fossils from million years ago.
Oh,
Please do not climb, sit, and lie on the wood fossils. Thank you.
what? That was all it was? Oh, well, never mind. I'm guessing it's talking about these things here. They do look tempting to sit on.